Good evening, everyone. This is your host, Michael, and the beat guy with the voice in the back of the room, ladies and gentlemen. Plus, we got a special guest tonight, the one and only with his OnlyFans, showing himself shirtless, doing the Incredible Hulk. We got Trippie E.
Trippie!
Ladies and gentlemen, give it a round of applause for Trippie E.
Come on, Harry. Come on.
Yay, Trippie! Welcome. You might know him from the comments, but he's officially an accessory to kidnapping.
Yes. Yes.
So how's everyone tonight?
Good. I just came off the bus. I should rephrase. I just came off the bus. It sounds like a lie. No, I just came down here from Columbia, Missouri.
Oh, nice.
6-hour bus ride.
Cool.
And I learned that he's complicit when it comes to crimes of women being trafficked into Indiana. That's what I learned.
Oh, is that what it is?
Complicit. He knows all about it. He's supportive.
100%.
Got it. So what's been going on with Pseudo on the Move?
What's going on with Pseudo on the Move? Well, our first episode is out. Our first episode is out. You can find it on YouTube. But our second episode, we're releasing it, I believe, what is it, Pseudo Monthly?
Yeah, March 18th is next.
And our next episode will be out on March 18th. So when you're all sitting there hungover from your Guinness and Jameson, just car bombs, and you're just sitting there and enjoying a full belly of leftover corned beef, you could watch Pseudo on the Move. It's the day after St. Paddy's Day.
Ah, that's true. I forgot about that. And don't forget your cappuccinos, too, Sorry, I had to say cappuccino.
Caffeine helps with headaches. Respect it.
Not all the time.
Or you could do what Joe Rogan does. He chews these gums that's supposed to make you zero focus on what you're doing. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that gum that he
Those gums are bullshit.
Let's talk about how Pseudo actually fell for it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, he did? Oh, you bought it?
Well, he bought whatever those these focus pills were that he was selling.
Oh yeah, I know which one. No, I got the gum, the one that comes in the green pack.
You had this weird little blue bottle of pills.
Yeah. I popped 5, and I felt like. Ooh.
Sounds like my kind of night.
You gotta pull that up to your chin.
Yeah. It does sound like your kind of night.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, we got a comment from MK.
Hey!
Oh, shit.
Hello.
MK said, hey, boy, hey.
Oh, hey, handsome. Eddie, show some titty for her. Eddie's gonna show you some titties tonight.
I don't think I can. Can I?
Yeah, you
Why
Be like
not?
Howard
You
Stern.
sent us a picture and we put it on camera. You think doing it
Give me
live?
the mic and the headphone.
He's gonna give me this real quickly so he can provide.
So loud.
Oh my god.
I literally pulled the headphones off my head. You were so loud.
Sorry, I'm looking down at my phone so I could send a link out because someone has to.
Hey.
You know what? I don't even have any gummies to give him. Getting the show for free.
Ooh, yeah. Bow chicka wow.
He said he had some on the bus. What about you, JR? What have you been up to?
I have 2 sick girls and pretty much, busy week with trying to catch up on sleep and having the devil's lettuce every now and then, if you know what I mean.
We do.
Yeah,
No,
I stay
actually,
awake.
I have no idea. No clue. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
Come on.
I have to keep it PG-13 because you don't know who's watching. If my daughter's parents are watching.
Over there enjoying that cabbage.
Yeah, you better stop it, as MK says.
Stop it. F and A O.
No, laugh my F and A-O.
F and A-O?
He said it. He said two of the words, dubbed the middle word, and then just did the letters of the last part of the acronym.
Yeah, I don't get this one.
Ew. Anyway.
Oh, hi.
Speaking of you having two girls, do we want to hop into these questions?
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to get this sent out to the proper people.
Okay, well, I'll keep waiting then indefinitely.
Yeah, Trippie should send it out too while he's here. I mean, I'm just putting pressure on him.
Who's he sending it to?
Yeah, I ain't got my friends.
His friends are here.
Facts.
Friends are right here.
All right, we're in. I'm good. I'm done with the text and
And
stuff.
not me because he said it too.
Oh yeah. So Trippie, what was that ride like? Any interesting stories?
A lot.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
You want to know about the guy that overdosed outside the bus stop, or the old man smoking a cigarette in the bus, or the girl that kind of looked like my sister trying to beat up the bus driver because she got on the wrong bus again?
I want to know about all
You
this.
said again.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
The again is what intrigues me. Is this a habit?
We were in the middle of, I guess, Illinois. There's nothing around. Nothing. She's like, let me off the bus. I said, And make it worse, my chair was by the bathroom, so it smelled like a porta potty the whole time. You know? Then you had some old man going in there, although I liked it because he was a rebel. You know, he's a rebel. He smoked a cigarette on a bus. You're not supposed to be doing that. You know? And somebody was smoking weed on the bus. I was like, wow. Kind of reminded me of Soul Plane, the movie.
When the bus reminds you of Soul Plane, you're with Trippie on a bus.
I'm sick of these motherfucking snakes on this mother effing bus.
Wrong movie, but
I
good
know,
quote.
I know. I was making fun of snakes on a plane.
I was sleeping.
I know Soul. I know Soul Plane.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, Jr.
What? What the hell is with that comment, MK? What are you talking about?
I mean, you really do look like you're going outside. You look like you're about to go on a serial killing rampage.
Oh,
You put the hoodie up. Put the hoodie up. I know you got a hoodie on. Put it up. Put it up. Put it up. Take the headphones on. Put the hoodie up. You will look like a serial killer. Just do it for 1 second.
Do it.
Take the headphones off. Put the hoodie up.
No, he looks like he's trying to look like a teenage boy, actually.
No, you gotta take the headphones fully off. You look like a serial killer.
And he looks like he's trying to look like a teenage boy with the headphones around the neck and the hoodie up.
No, he looks like that Lewis guy.
Oh yeah, you definitely look like the Unabomber.
Yeah. Bombs away.
all right, Trippie, you just wear the hat.
I see you, Westy.
Oh shit.
Westy said, "Hey, Eddie."
Hey, Abby. You guys, I upgraded the studio this week. You see this? You see this? You see this? Oh yeah, I must call it out and brag about this. If you can guess what all these are, I'll pin your comment.
It's not like it's hard to guess what they are.
Well, take a guess. Everyone take a guess. What do you think these are?
I'll show you a nipple.
I mean, do you want me to say it? Because I know what they are.
JR, what do you think they are? Above my head.
They're posters for sure.
Yeah, okay.
He's not wrong.
One says blonde, and the other one says C. Is that what it says? C.
Oh, yeah, I like that the light's there. It kind of throws you off a little bit.
Yeah, it does actually.
Yeah, because you can't just read it. All right, so... yeah, one does says blonde, but what's blonde? What is blonde?
Why are you doing this? Okay, this is a questions podcast.
All right, so it's Frank Ocean's Blonde album, SZA, SOS album, and ODB, Return to the 36 Chambers, and Gary Clark Jr. on the top, his second album.
Nice.
A good guess with posters, everybody.
I want you to know if he makes you guess on what is on the other side of the room, it's also posters.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
That one on the left. Wait.
This is Blonde by Frank Ocean,
Right.
and this is SZA, SOS. And ODB, Return to 36 Chambers. And to be honest, I forgot the name of that Gary Clark Jr. album, but it's his second one.
Is he still alive? That guy?
ODB?
ODB is dead.
Okay.
Yeah, ODB is dead. Gary Clark Jr. is still alive.
It's very expensive to see him, though.
It is.
And Frank Ocean, you can't see
Anyway,
him.
are we ready for this? I'm going to move it along because, I tried to already.
All right, let's get into this.
No, because when I said, oh, JR, what are you up to? And I was like, oh, speaking of you having two girls, let's get in these questions. It was like the most perfect transition of transitions. And then you were like, wait. Look at my studio.
Okay. Brag much.
All right, are we ready, folks? Question 1.
Yeah, let me give you that question.
So speaking of JR having two daughters, I want you to know that the fact that both of your children are girls is positive news for you, JR. You want to know why?
Why?
There was a study that actually shows a father's lifespan increases by approximately 74 weeks for every daughter born.
What?
Yeah, that means that's a little less than 3 years since you have two.
Yo,
You on average will live a little less than 3 years longer than average.
Can someone tell this to the people in China?
Actually, they did this study also across cultures, to assess for changes in perspectives and all of that, and the results remained the same.
That is interesting. So having two girls extends your life. Well,
No,
girls.
having girls in general. So, if you had one girl, your life would be extended by 74 weeks, but since you have two, double that.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah, a little less than 3 extra years for you there, man.
Does it have to be biological?
So they didn't study, it wasn't everything that they did in the study was based on biological. So there's not an answer to that. And they actually don't even know why this is, but they think that there is a lot of evidence that shows that fathers who have daughters tend to make healthier decisions, and they think that might be why, but they don't actually know why.
That's so funny you
Makes
said
sense.
that. Because since I have girls, I changed my diet the way I used to eat before. That's so weird.
All right.
It's interesting.
Is it a good time to ask an inappropriate question? What did you stop eating?
Oh, I was eating very funny. Just flew over my head. No, I was eating McDonald's and just junk food, and since I have my daughters, I just kind of got rid of the junk food.
Oh shoot! A Renee down there says, what do studies say about moms with 100 sons and one daughter?
Ooh, okay. So one, I pulled all these facts. Okay, the lifespan of a father does not change if he has a son. So it doesn't extend, it doesn't shorten, it just stays the same.
Yeah,
So let's start there. Now with a mother,
Okay.
it does not matter whether you have a son or daughter. The results are the same. Your longevity is reduced by 95 weeks per child.
Oh shh!
Yeah.
I wonder what Eddie did to his mom.
Yeah, no, I had that in
Eddie's sister.
I had that in parentheses as the oh shit moment. Yeah, fathers out here living their best lives with their daughters, and then moms are just, dying 95 weeks earlier. Go ahead.
JR, turn your mic up a little bit. Just a little. dB or two.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
And
Yeah, you're good.
I can hear you.
Act like
Well, that doesn't matter whether it's a son or daughter.
A Renee said, rest in peace to me.
I know. I thought about that, girl. My bestie has 5 kids, and I'm like, no. I have to live a very unhealthy life, so I don't have to live without you.
Wow. I got 3.
You got 3?
Yeah.
I know you got...
20-year-old.
Oh, I didn't know that. You have a 20-year-old? I knew you had the 2 daughters. I didn't know...
I have a son.
Oh, shoot. He took your life expectancy down. I guarantee that one.
So,
Statistics tell me that.
Renee, apparently you'll live about a little over 9 years less than you would have.
Well,
Wow.
I did the math.
I went down, and then I had 2 girls, so I went back up with the life expectancy.
I thought you said you stopped eating.
Well, that also reduces life expectancy.
Going down.
Why are you so quiet, Trippie? Come on.
Yeah, Trippie, what do you gotta say? Come on.
About what? The whole thing?
Yeah, what do you gotta say?
Yeah.
Explains a lot about my mom's dialysis, though.
Facts. Facts. 100%. Well, with women, they say, there's high energetic and nutritional demands related to pregnancy and breastfeeding, so the cost is just generally much higher to a woman.
So what I heard is you live longer without kids.
Yeah.
What I heard is that I'll live longer having no children.
Yeah.
Damn.
And Pseudo will not live as long because he doesn't have children.
So wait a minute. So you're telling me?
Oh. Sorry, Aaron. Said Chase is the one taking me out. That's the kid that's most like her. That kills me. Sorry.
That is so weird. So
Yep.
a man lives longer with kids, and a woman lives longer with no kids.
Wait. A man lives longer with a daughter. A woman lives less with any kids. A man with a son stays still.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's wild.
It is wild.
I say it specifically because I'm like, all the men out there who have daughters, I'm like, give them everything they want. That's your baby girl.
And a man with a
She
dog
wants her
lives
eyelashes
forever.
and they give in and everyone's wondering why. Now we know. I'm living longer because of you.
Damn.
That's why I have no hair.
And that's life. And that's life. Damn.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool thing. Actually, I was just sitting there when you left the TV on, and, I was just not paying attention. And actually, it came up on, like, a Fox News thing. And we were like, on average, fathers' lifespans increase 74 weeks for every daughter born. I was like, no way. And then I, of course, had to look it up.
Well, women live longer without men. There's a
That is also a study that Pseudo found ages ago.
Yep. I was just quoting someone else who quoted it.
Well, you did mention it.
I did mention it.
Yes, yeah, and Renee, women do live longer without men. That is also a study. I don't have the statistics and everything on that one in front of me, though.
Yep. Interesting.
So what I'm hearing is we just need to be spinsters over here,
Oh, no, don't do that to me.
living our best lives independently.
How?
Well, you know why? I think we live longer without children and men because we don't have to be like, pick your effing socks up and put them in the hamper, or like, oh my gosh, you told me to do the dishes and it's been 10 hours and you're acting like I'm crazy for being upset because I asked you to do the dishes 10 hours ago. And you said,
Okay, I'll go do the dishes. I'll be right back.
I don't mean you specifically. I'm just like
Yeah,
saying.
it's very oddly specific quotes there.
No, the socks was true, but he's very proud that he's been putting them in the laundry, and I have to say he's been doing good. He was bragging about it to Trippie earlier. Don't let him fool you. Trippie.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, thank you.
So does that make me the woman in my relationship, though?
You might die sooner because of that. I don't know what just happened, but I heard something fall, and I'm assuming it's my cat who just came home.
Trippie going to check it out.
Trippie gonna go explore. He's gonna investigate for me.
He's going to find out what the cat just did.
Yeah, I heard that, and I was like, oh. What are you up to? I hope you didn't knock over a plant.
Oh, really? Women live longer without men. Oh.
Yeah, we just talked
We
about that.
just talked about that.
Yeah, JR, you're kind of behind. Are you paying attention?
Renee
calling
said,
the numbers.
Renee said I'm living with one. I don't need stats to know that one. Me too.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not living with a man, I suppose. I'm living with a pseudo.
What was it? Well,
Check the bathroom.
I'm going to go in there.
Yeah.
Grim's lying down.
Oh, then maybe it fell. It may not be the cat. Maybe one of the new shelves fell.
Oh. So
Anyway.
we were trying to use command strips to hang things on some things, and that may not be working so well. Well, that was really loud, JR. But little bit lower than it is right now.
It wasn't that loud. When you first got in the mic and started screaming, it was very loud. So anyway, but just so you know, fathers of your daughters and kids, I think your moms should all, I don't know, you get the pound, I guess. See if it helps.
Damn. Wow. That was pretty brutal.
I thought it was funny. If Pseudo had said that, would it have been less brutal?
Yeah, because I'm a man.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's a difference between when a man and woman says something like that.
Yeah, it's called sexism.
Yes. He's been gone a while. If something fell, he doesn't have to fix it. I hope he knows.
Yeah, let me go.
Hey, Trippie, you can come back.
Oh, no. I don't know. Maybe there was I'm guessing a shelf fell.
Why, is it cracked?
Is it completely broken?
Alright, come in.
Come sit.
Oh,
He's going to be upset about missing the second question.
I know, no, we're going to wait for the second question, guys. We're on delay right now because Trippie E doesn't know how to come back when we say come back.
He doesn't... and this is what we've been talking about. People are not going to follow your orders. You are not Kim Jong-un. You did rewatch the YouTube video of a guy who was visiting in Korea. every song that they create is like, and then Pseudo's like, my own country.
Yeah. They all make songs about the guy. Like, I wonder if people will make songs about me.
They already do. I've heard a few.
Yeah, never mind.
They're not positive.
Yeah. I mean in a positive light, you know what I mean? Like, give me that Kim Jong-un treatment. You're like, Pseudo so great. Pseudo so great. It's just the man of leadership is so great. Pseudo knows how to move.
Anyway, we've really taken a dark turn here. Anyway, are we ready for question 2?
Yeah.
You just became a member of the Spice Girls. What spice name do you make up for yourself?
Oh. Alright. I'm gonna be elderflower.
No, you have to be a spice.
Yeah, elderflower.
So posh spice, baby spice, sporty spice.
Oh, which spice of the Spice Girls? Oh.
No. You need to make your own Spice Girl name. But they all are known spice.
Oh, elderflower spice.
Weird. Okay, why?
No, oregano spice.
You were just trying to be funny with spices, and it's unfortunately not. Elderflower is not a spice, one.
No. I don't know. I'd be like chunky spice. Chunky spice out here. Everyone comment your favorite Spice Girl spice and Trippie, tell me yours.
What would be your Spice Girl? Spice Drop?
Tell us more. About what? Your Spice Drop.
No, Spice. No, it can't be Spice Drop unless we're Spice Drops together, because when we say the same thing at the same time, we call those Spice Drop moments.
Oh, one in the comments say cayenne spice.
Spice.
Yeah, so we got chunky spice and cayenne spice in here on that Spice Drop. What's yours?
Snow Spice.
Snow Spice. Oh, wow. That's a dark turn right there. Snow Spice. We gotta get a razor blade for that one.
Casper Spice. Albino Spice.
Wow.
Freckled Spice. Hella Irish Spice.
Jay, what would your Spice Girl name be?
Lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper spice?
Lemon pepper wet.
Lemon pepper wet spice or just lemon pepper dry spice? Lemon pepper dry spice.
So many spices. I'm just over here like, it's the Spice Girls.
It's the Spice
Baby
Girls.
dressed up like a baby. Sporty's dressed up like sporty. scary spice was my favorite though, actually.
That's definitely. But I bet you that was a kid.
I guarantee it was. I like it.
Oh, I can see the cinnamon spice.
Hey, MK cinnamon's one of my favorite flavors, girl. Say it again, say it again.
I'll be your whipped cream to your cinnamon. Woo! Say more. What kind of whipped cream are you gonna do? You gonna do that spicy special
We'll add a little
spice?
bit of clove and a little bit of cardamom, make it less spicy up in here.
Ready.
Hey, Danielle, rosemary spice.
Rosemary spice. Why would you say rosemary spice? Do you have a little bonus to it?
This is rosemary butter. That looks butter. Rosemary's not butter.
Yeah, Eddie, you're still in the mic.
We did not put Eddie in a quarter. He did that to himself. I want that to go on record.
I don't know what just happened here, but Trippie just like walked away in the middle of this, and he's still talking in the background. We still hear him. He is not in the corner, I promise you. There is no corner for Trippie to go into. Is he corner spice? I bet you would.
Because your middle name's Rose.
It's a corner
Danielle,
spice.
if you're doing rosemary spice, and your middle name is Rose, I'm gonna challenge you and say that I think you should be dirty spice. That's a deep cut. That's like family shit. That's a family joke.
Oh. Well, they would call us Cinnabon when they mix it all together. Cinnabon.
Cinnabon.
Yo.
My favorite kind of spice mix
Is it Cinnabon? Cumin spice? I would be.
you know what? Definitely. That's. I don't know. Pseudo might challenge you for that, Cheryl, because
I use cumin in everything.
yeah, he uses cumin in everything.
Literally, I'll just be like, yo, I can use some cumin. Or a natto. Most people don't know what a natto is, but I like a natto a lot. A natto? It's like a reddish, like, spice. I don't really know much about where it comes from. I am not going to be mayo spice. No. 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 You can't smear me out of here.
Amado comes from the anchiote tree,
Lay down.
and it has a peppery taste and a nutty floral aroma. It is used to enhance the flavor of dishes in Latin America and Caribbean cuisine, and it's used in many foods for food coloring. Also natural food coloring.
It dyes everything.
Amado, A-M-N-A-T-T-O.
I like using it. It makes it like have like this meaty flavor to it. And when you put the cumin with it, it like enhances it. So I like to use it with like when I'm doing like zucchini and stuff. I'll put a little natto and some cumin on it, and a little bit of like garlic powder and onion powder, and that. Ooh.
Renee says you could be mayo spice because Cheeto loves mayo.
Cheeto does not love mayo. Cheeto does not love mayo. You know who loves mayo? Trippie loves mayo.
White creamy condiment spice.
Tell him about your mayo incident with me.
Oh yeah. I don't think I can remember.
I'm gonna say which one.
With the. Alright, I think we were like. Well, I was like 13 or 14. I think he must have been what? And I thought it would be funny. I came outside with, we're kids. So I had a tissue, right? So I put mayonnaise on it. And I threw it at him, and I told him it was something else. I told him it wasn't mayonnaise. I told him it was something else. And then that led to a fist fight.
I've decided your Spice Girl's name is Krusty Spice. Good girl, you. Anyway.
crostini.
I thought that was a fun question. I was very excited about it. Also, Trippie, you were out of the room and I told him that I was sad you were going to miss that question, so we waited.
We paused everything until you were done meandering. I don't know what meandering required you to do, but you meandered. Oh, remember the hot dog with mayo? Yeah, I do. My cousin Tyler dipped into the hot dog in mayo and then smacked me in the face with it.
Okay, how about your childhood friend Tom? Tom owed pseudo money. So what he did is he put the money in a Ziploc bag.
It was like $30.
Ziploc bag inside of another Ziploc bag filled with mayo. And he literally was screaming about it and like Stuart was freaking out. He's like, I just won't take it, I'll just put down the money. And I'm like, bro, like I bet you put it in the Ziploc bag. No, you didn't. It's just in mayo, it's ruined. And like I open up this bag and there's another Ziploc bag and I just like rinse the mayo off of it. But I had to like rinse the mayo off of it and then wash my hands with soap and water before I could, and like wash that bag with soap and water before I could open it and retrieve the money for him. Like he was like, if there's any risk, you need soap and water in those hands. There can't be any risk of any mayo left on them.
Fact.
It was so extra.
Shout out to Tommy T. Tommy T.
Yes, mayo. Yep.
Yeah.
No. You're welcome. Eddie, do you like mayo?
Yes, I do.
Actually, he eats mayo on his hot dogs.
Eddie eats mayo on everything. Eddie, tell me how you eat mayo.
Gotta keep it PG.
Trust me, Eddie goes down. He didn't change his diet after having a kid.
We're going down. I want you to know, if you're going down and there's mayo, there's a problem.
No, that's called sour cream. Trippie, Jared, what were you about to say? Ew.
Oh, look. Jared and Trippie eat their hot dogs the same way.
I like sliced cheese on it, and like a hot dog, and like just a little like celery salt, and a little spicy mustard, and boom.
Well, no, Chicago dog's amazing. That's why I went to Chicago, and all I wanted when I was there was a Chicago dog, and it literally took me getting a Chicago dog in the airport as I was leaving to finally get one. This was years ago with one of my friends. And I got home and he was like, how was it? I was like, that hot dog was amazing. I want you to know that it might be my new favorite way to eat a hot dog. It's mustard, celery salt. Mustard! That was really loud. Pepperoncini. It's especially in my right ear for some reason. Pepperoncini, tomato. And I think it's phenomenal. I really like it. That's why Cheeto puts celery salt in his hot dogs. Really good. Celery salt? Yeah, absolutely. You just have to remember it's salt. So, you know, if you're using it, just be careful. Like, use less of your normal salt, or like if you're using a lot of celery salt, don't use other salt. It's really good. You know, it's a really good way to get that celery flavor pumped in if you don't want the actual celery something.
Wait, read that all, J.R. You gotta read that one. Read that out loud, J.R. Keep reading.
No damn mayo, tomato.
Tomato. The Chicago dogs are really good, but how I usually eat them is like ketchup, spicy mustard, honey, and relish.
And no mayo and no tomato. I got what she's saying. No mayo, no tomato. I get it.
You said you like tomato.
I don't know. I'm weird. What do you think? I think we should make hot dogs and we should make them with mayo and tomatoes now.
I'm not a big fan of tomatoes.
I don't care if you are. You're eating them with me. She said seriously, just read the ebonics because my phone is effing up.
We got it. We can read this. Like, to be honest, we should hand it over to Trippie to read it next time.
This is like every time I'm texting with my
Well, that's a problem. Alright. Turn on the mic.
We just got feedback.
Yeah, we're a little loud. That's what we got told. We're a little low. So you want to turn your mic up? We turned ours down now. That's good. Okay. What do you think? Well, maybe you're just too far away. Yeah, that's good. That sounds creepy. All right. So, you like mayo on your hot dog?
Yeah.
All right, I got a question. You like what?
Hot sauce too with the mayo.
Ooh, I could see that being really good, actually.
Hot sauce on a hot dog, I can see being good.
All right, I'll let you forgo the tomato for now. We'll have mayo hot sauce hot dogs.
Ew. Ew. Ew.
Trippie escapes the tomato this time.
Yeah.
Still low.
What?
Still low, other guy.
Oh. JR, you have to turn your mic up. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm not doing anything. I mean,
Say it with your chest.
Hood. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So, what's going on?
Listen, the voice in the back of the room has friends, and those friends are participating in the show, and those friends are letting me know when the sound is off.
Oh, JR, your sound's off. Seriously.
You
Get
guys
your
have friends who
sound.
are always telling you when something needs to be adjusted. Look at me. I've elevated enough in this podcast against my will that my friends are even letting me know.
She's no longer a hostage. She's a willing participant.
How about now?
No, she's still a hostage.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little bit better. I don't know.
Yeah, because I have the levels all the way to 10.
You got your levels all the way to 10. What's your level on your mic dial on your interface? Your interface has a mic dial.
Hold on, let me check.
She said not really.
Hey, we're in a technical difficulty moment right here. JR. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta wait for the delay for other people to tell you.
All right.
Is it better?
She said no, LOL.
Yeah, you're not getting better.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. Have you found it on the interface yet?
No.
She said she said that you sound mad far away.
Oh, you know why? Because I put on the echo reduction.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. How many times do I have to tell you not to do that?
I did it automatically.
She said she's going to screen record it and send it to me.
Yeah. Because it sounds clear to us, but other people can't hear it. Like, we can hear it because you have the processing going through.
I mean, I can't take it off now because let me see if I can.
You go on the settings in the little settings thing on the upper right. All right, so guys, how was your week? Now that we're in a segue. We got videos coming in. We got captures of this. JR, I'm literally going to make fun of you for this right now. Technical difficulties.
Echo cancellation.
Echo cancellation.
All right, so we have to worry about that for next time then.
Yeah, JR, don't fuck up on us.
All right.
My fault. My fault.
My fault. So you need to talk really close to the mic tonight. Get really close like this and talk really close to it. Put the mic on your chin.
Put the mic on your lips.
That's even worse. The echo's even worse. You're in a chamber of echoes.
Thanks.
Anyway, this is a good time to transition to question 3.
We're going to have to deal with this little voice tonight, guys. I hope you appreciate it.
All right.
I apologize.
That's all right. Next time. Now we know, and as the G.I. Joe say,
Knowing is not the battle.
no, knowing is half the battle. Get out of the room. Get out. I'm putting in divorce papers.
I'm messing with you.
No, for real. Like that. You should know
this
that.
everywhere we go. Knowing is half the battle.
I know, this
it.
is like a big family thing. Like
I know this.
the voice in the back of the room's upbringing.
How's Trippie sitting here so comfortable with this tension in the room?
He is.
Because he knows. He knows. He knows.
He's like, the tension in the room is quite palpable.
He's like, I lived with you guys for like a year. I know what the G.I. Joe said.
He's sitting there like, I'm chilling like a villain on penicillin, making a killing off of this.
No, anyway. This is not a rap show. This is a what show? Questions show. The only rap I want to hear is the Cheese Grater song.
Yo, I got lyrics for you. You better be careful. It's coming soon.
Anyway.
To a neighborhood near you.
We're going to make an egg thief song too soon.
Ooh.
Anyway, we're moving on to question 3.
Yo, if the cheese grater got battered, it was an egg if it mattered.
Anyway, question 3. Have you heard about the concerns about the U.S. travel system with the upcoming 2026 World Cup and 2028 Summer Olympics?
No, but that's a double dip. I didn't even know we were doing that.
Exactly. I actually took this article from ESPN, so we have a new article source right now.
Ooh, who's the author?
The author is Shweta Surendran.
Okay, shout out to ESPN out there.
Okay, so pretty much you're saying the issue isn't so much when people, get here. So I know other countries in the past have had issues like monetarily building the stadium, lodging, all of that, right? We always hear about it. Now, but the issue that we're having is that our air travel system is not equipped for the millions of visitors that they are expecting for the FIFA World Cup and the Summer Olympics.
So, increase in plane crashes?
It literally talks not about that at all, so I don't know what you want me to say there.
I'm saying direct correlation will happen.
It doesn't have anything to do with that.
So what happens when there's a higher demand? Do you put up lower quality products to make it meet demand?
It has nothing to do with that.
Okay. So how are they...
It's our system. It's not the manner of travel. It's the system.
Okay, so like what do we do to combat it?
Oh, okay. So here's the problem. They say, but we have they do mention aging infrastructure, but the main issue is like sluggish visa processing times and outdated security technology. Those are our main obstacles.
Okay. So our equipment's getting old and we need to update it, but we got a year to update it and it takes longer to update it. So this is the Queens Bridge? Or the highway through Queens where they're not going to do anything about it?
The BQE?
Yeah, the BQE. It's cracking, but they're just going to keep using it?
I don't know why you expect me to have an answer for that.
No, I'm just saying it's an American way.
Oh, well, they did say that, President Trump was, really talking about making sure that this is the best Olympics, the best World Cup, all of that. But the White House is not responding to any of the attempts to contact them about their concerns.
It's going to be a dangerous one. That brings in viewership.
How's it going to be a dangerous one?
Well, there's going to be a lot of people who can't get to it, and that means it's going to become dangerous.
In what way? You need to clarify. You're being the king vague.
I know, if I'm more vague, the more interesting
No,
it
it's
is.
agitating, honestly.
Okay. So, all right. So, if it's hard to get to because of age and equipment, that means they will use the age and equipment to get people there. They will.
That is not the concern. I literally said it's the visas and the security.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with that. I have no idea. That's scary. You're going to have a bunch of people coming into the country. That's more scarier than the immigrant problem we have.
No, the problem is that how are people going to get into the country? That's the problem.
They're not. Period. It's going to be weird. Jared, what's your thoughts? Carry me.
Could you reread the question?
Yeah, so I was mentioning that there are concerns about the U.S. travel system and that will not be able to accommodate the traveling needs for visitors who want to come to the 2026 World Cup and 2028 Summer Olympics, both of which are being held in the United States. It wasn't a question. It was kind of a statement and thoughts. But Pseudo keeps saying planes and plane crashes, and that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. So he made it confusing.
Okay, so you're trying. Well, it's a statement, but you want to know, in a general opinion point of view, is how they would manage that because of what's going on.
Well, I thought it was a conversation piece.
Oh, that's a hard one.
It's scary.
Yeah.
In what way is it scary?
Because, like, you want it to be really good. You do. As a citizen, you want it to be really good because it means it'll boost the economy. It'll help make things better. You want it to be great. It doesn't matter who's president or whatever. You want it to be good because of what it'll do for the economy. But you also want it to be safe. So then you're fighting a thin line where it's like, do you take the risk? Or do you not take the risk? Do you try to boost the economy while things are falling? Which right now things are falling. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but they're starting to increase clearance items in your stores and stuff.
Anyway, different conversation.
But, and it's, do you take the risk to kind of like save a little bit? But you're also going to run the risk of letting someone in that you shouldn't let in. Because if you loosen up the grip, something will happen.
Yeah. Well,
If you tighten up the grip, you'll lose out on a bunch.
They say if the visa delays continue to last as long as they last, or if they're not addressed, it could lead to a loss of millions of visitors and close to $19 billion in spending over the next 2 years.
And even if they're only getting 7% off of that, that's a shitload of money.
I think they should keep restricting, because even though a lot of people and the percentage may drop, it may, on the other side, bring in the people that's, how can I say this? Like, whatever negative we're going through now, it can reverse that. Maybe not 100%, but it can minimize it. Because you're right. If we don't do something, it's just going to get worse.
Well, the question is, do you tighten up restrictions? What's the extreme of tighten up restrictions? The extreme of tighten up restrictions is North Korea, right? No one's allowed in, no one's allowed out. The loose side of that is, I don't even know what country just lets everybody in. I've never heard one that's just free for all. I guess Mexico, but that's only because we're America. We can look at it like that. Like, I bet you if you're from Europe, you can't just go to Mexico.
Okay, so I think it's just highlighting a bigger issue, right? So we're talking about it. It's an issue that's being highlighted because we're hosting the World Cup. And I know here in the United States, we might be like, oh, it's soccer. You know, soccer is the biggest sport
In the world.
worldwide. When I say, I'm going to say football, that's like the real football. And I love American football, but soccer was football first, right? People are going to definitely want to come visit, right? But I think it's not so much about the World Cup or even the Summer Olympics. I think that these things just highlighted a bigger problem. You know, generally we lose a lot in terms of just income as a country because of our visa system. But to just put it in perspective, we have known since June of 2018 that we were hosting the 2026 World Cup, FIFA World Cup in 2026.
Yeah, I know, but we're Americans. We procrastinate. We wait until the last minute to handle the problem. Don't get mad at us for that.
I'm an American too. But
Yeah, I am too. I wait until the last minute. That's how we handle our problems, okay? So we can have early on aneurysms and all that because of this, but it's okay. It's okay. It'll be fine. Just trust. Just trust. It'll all work out.
I still say tighten the restriction.
are we ready for this? Now I have the kicker. You guys are going to like this one because we talk about it a lot.
Okay, give me the kicker.
They're suggesting we modernize airport security by adopting new technologies such as biometrics?
No.
Ooh, we talk about biometrics a lot on this podcast.
You are not going to track my biometrics. Look at Trippie texting over here.
Trippie's bored.
Yeah, he's totally bored.
You know, to be honest with you, biometrics will work in the beginning, but then eventually there will be a loophole in biometrics. That's something.
Yeah. I think that's kind of like when we talked last week about like the voting system. I think that's a bit of what Dark Flow Media was trying to get at too. That'll eventually be outdated and we'll have issues again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everything becomes outdated. Damn. Don't do biometrics. I know it can accelerate the process. I know that a lot of people in these other countries are already registered to it. And it could make it so where it's a lot easier to track people and everything. I get it. I get the benefits. And Real ID is only a problem in New Jersey. Sorry, Westy. It just, I don't know. I don't want it to be that. Sounds like that's the answer, though. And it's really sad.
I mean, we're going to see what happens ultimately. Like,
get ready to put your fingerprint into everything. You're gonna...
My fingerprints are in everything. I've been fingerprinted 500,000 times and never been arrested.
Yeah,
so.
It's because they systematically train you. They get you doing it with your phone. They get you doing it with everything.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, well, yeah, you're in everything.
Yeah, no. Any job I've ever had when I was a teacher, working as a counselor, like, you get fingerprinted.
I agree
if you get
with
licensed, you get fingerprinted.
I agree with that. Planes falling out of the sky too much for us to be worried about biometrics. I agree. But that's what we're worried about. Not the agent equipment, not the agent radar.
They mentioned infrastructure. You were trying to really steer it there, and that wasn't really what the article was looking at and talking about.
Yeah, well, we're also worried about that. Like, we're using Boeings that were made 30 years ago with a 30-year lifespan. We are at the end of the lifespan of these planes.
Yeah, we are.
And now we're going to fly in millions and millions and millions of people on those. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to fill the ocean up with the metal, and that's how they're going to scrap it.
Well, I mean, Boeing machinists were on strike just this past year, and from September to November.
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah.
Well, we need to update our equipment. I think we're spending too much money outside rather than inside.
Trippie, what's your thoughts?
I don't even know. I wasn't paying attention, to be honest.
At least honesty hit him real hard. This is a question that a lot of people tune out for.
Sorry, you write the questions next week.
No. I'm talking about Trippie tunes out for.
Yeah, that's not what you
Any
said.
comments?
I said a lot of people as in him.
I was trying to figure something out.
What are you trying to figure out?
Somehow I paid my loan without having any money. So I was trying to figure it out.
Oh,
So someone just paid my loan for $112.
I'm really impressed.
slow clap. Who's paying you?
I don't know. It's supposed to come out of my bank account, but it didn't.
He's gonna go home and find himself with a new sugar daddy.
I wouldn't say that on live.
What, sugar daddy? It's a good candy bar.
They're totally missing Trippie and me winking and nodding at each other.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the back of the room.
Trippie's gonna have to shake that. What's your thoughts on that?
He did call himself Spice Drop. He could drop it down low.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's why I got on the show this week.
I don't know
He
what
sent
he
in
thinks.
he sent in enough pictures to get on this week. Send in
That's
some pictures
exactly
you
what
can get in.
happened. What do you think, Chip? You could drop it down low? Spice
Can
Drop?
you drop it down?
No. Absolutely not.
Can you at
I
least
dropped
handle
down low.
that?
I'm not getting back up.
Oh,
Are you
well.
guys going to pick me up?
I don't know. I guess your sugar daddy likes you down there anyway.
I didn't know it was a sugar daddy.
I don't know who he is. I found him on TikTok.
Oh, that's where you found them all.
Hey, if you're watching this reel on TikTok, who wants to be my sugar daddy?
Trippie E, do the TikTok face. Do it right now. Come on, do a couple of those TikTok faces. Throw them in here.
We're gonna have an auction.
You know.
We're gonna have an auction for Trippie on Instagram.
Yo, Trippie E doing those TikTok faces for us. We're gonna get trending out here.
Wait. Where's your OnlyFans face? Are you trying to do Magnum? I see you, Pseudo Zoolandering it over here.
Yo, Magnum. No PI.
All right. We're moving on to the next question. That one was a dud. Sorry, I thought it was interesting. Anyway.
It was interesting. Very intellectually.
Question 4. This one's like my last serious one, and the rest of them are kind of fun. Okay. Question 4. 30 officers are facing charges including child endangerment and abuse, conspiracy, and battery in Southern California. What do you think they did?
Ooh.
Well, it's, yeah.
They had a human trafficking ring.
You know, I knew somebody was going to go with that, but surprisingly, no. Any other guesses?
There's no human trafficking ring happening?
No. I mean, there are, but not. This is not what this news story is about.
Are they doing an underage porn industry?
I think that would go on the lines of, like, trafficking. No.
Well, that's only if they cross state lines. If they did it all in LA.
The answer is no.
Okay. I
What do you think, Trippie?
Crappy conditions.
Closer, but no.
Systematic racism.
No, you're only saying that because of the TV show you watched last night.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have a guess?
Sex ring?
No, not a sex ring. What do you think, JR? Do you have any guesses? 30 officers, 30, are facing charges for child endangerment and abuse, conspiracy, and battery.
Oh, is this a kid fight club?
Hold on. Put put it by Trippie. What did he say?
Kid fight club.
Oh yeah, gladiator ring.
Gladiator ring.
Yes.
Yeah, you got it. Kid Fight Club. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yep.
We don't talk about Fight Club.
Yep. There
This
is.
segment done.
Yeah. So this happened in the Los Padrinos Juvenile Hall in LA County.
Wait, the town is Los Padrinos?
No, the Juvenile Hall is Los Padrinos.
Yeah, you knew there was a fight club there. You didn't even have to do an
In
investigation.
LA County. And they, so I got this from CNN, who actually, if you want to know who wrote it, it says by the Associated Press. So CNN got this from AP.
Damn.
They believe that they allowed and encouraged nearly 70 fights to take place between July and December 2023.
I would have bet on it.
And then
I would have watched it. America's Got Talent Part 2.
more than 140 victims between the ages of 12 and 18.
Damn. All right, there's a lot of victims here, and that sucks. I'm sorry for them and their family.
Yeah, 30 officers are being tried. 22 of them are scheduled to be arraigned on Monday with the LA County Superior Court.
Damn. As much jokes as we can make about this is actually very serious. These people were put away probably for like nonsense stuff.
LA County, they were probably put away for survival crimes, majority of them.
Yep.
Were they betting?
Oh, so they said that, in terms of, there's like 2 probation officers that really kind of like told the rest of the staff to be complicit in it. They said, don't say anything, don't write anything down, just watch. And they told the kids who were involved to refuse treatment when they went to get medical treatment by the nurses.
Oh.
So it doesn't really say anything about betting in the article.
Trippie, how much would you bet?
I would have to see the odds.
So if you've seen 220-pound Jimmy come out fighting 120-pound Isaiah, who would you vote on?
If you go on, there's
I'll
actually
take the underdog. It pays more.
right. Yeah. So actually, if you go online, there's like a minute and 12-second clip of a brief fight. And what happened is this clip,
Don't
footage.
go looking for it.
Well, yeah, don't put it on the podcast, but if you guys want to see it. The footage shows a 17-year-old being attacked by at least 6 other people.
Damn.
Who come on at him one by one as officers stand by watching.
Damn. Sounds like my childhood.
They must have bet.
Hands down, I would think they've been betting.
Yeah. Amongst the cops.
Well, what happened is this 17-year-old has a public defender who's arguing like he's not safe and should be released ahead of his trial. And yeah, that same attorney is also representing another family, or several other families, who have had children harmed in Los Padrinos. One of them was left with a traumatic brain injury after being knocked unconscious in his classroom.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's pretty serious.
Well, that's a movie in itself right there.
Oh, we have a lot of good movie ideas on the show. Sad how many of them are based on real
So the
life
movie
events.
opens up with a sunset over a prison. 4 kids walk out into the yard. And 4 kids walk out into the yard, flexing their fingers, cracking their knuckles, and you see little Jimmy sitting over there on a table, and the prison guard points at him. And the kids walk up and they just start profusely beating the shit out of him.
I know you were trying to be funny, but as you continued, it just got darker.
Cut to title scene.
Right.
Down and dirty in the Los Policy, whatever the name of the town is.
When I heard Trippie in the corner whisper "Kid Fight Club," and I'm like, yes, it's Kid Fight Club.
Petrino Falls. Yep. And then it cuts to the next scene where the lawyer is meeting with Jimmy. And the lawyer's saying, we can get you out of here, Jimmy. We can do it.
All right.
All you got to do is mow your front lawn.
All right. All right. But yeah, no, they said that they feel this is just the, quote, tip of the iceberg of a systemic problem in the probation department.
You said systemic?
I did say systemic.
That's crazy.
Not what you were talking about, though, man.
I know.
But yeah, they're saying accountability is a cornerstone of our mission. We have zero tolerance for misconduct of any peace officers. But like, historically speaking, that hasn't always been the case. Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I doubt this is the first time this has happened.
No, it probably happens all the time in all these neighborhoods.
No, I would think juvenile facilities, when you talk about it, like, you're talking about especially, like, prone people. Like, when you talk about a prison population, that's just generally a vulnerable population anyway. Maybe not vulnerable in the sense of what you think of as vulnerable, but they are. But you talk about juveniles in a prison setting, like a lockdown facility, they are vulnerable. Like, what else are you going to do? The people who are in charge of watching and keeping you there, whether your life is going to be harder or less hard while you are there, are essentially saying you have to do this.
Yeah, it's
And they're kids, 12 to 18.
It's bonkers.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's bonkers.
Yeah. Anyway, but Kid Fight Club. They're calling it. They call it a quote a gladiator ring.
All right. That is the bottle opening.
Whatever.
Those sound effects were put in place properly for the bottle opening.
That's a gladiator ring, and then I did that.
She did that with her teeth too, by the way.
There's a reason why I stay in the back of the room. I can do what I want. I can dress how I want. You guys you get to see me on the vlog anyway. Gosh.
Yeah. New episode March 18th. And by the way, like, subscribe, and share with your mom. She likes to watch us.
Brian said first rule of Fight Club.
Yeah, that's why we went silent.
Well, that 17-year-old broke that rule, Rusty. How dare he?
Jimmy talked about Fight Club, and that's why he talked to a lawyer.
Well, you said this sounds like the makings of a movie?
Yeah.
That's a perfect transition into our next question.
Okay, what's the next question?
Did you know that the movie Nacho Libre is based on a true story?
No, but that sounds amazing. Oh. Did not know that.
It is loosely based.
It has to be fully
on a
based.
true story.
Really?
Yep.
Is it The Rock's dad?
Nope. So what happened was that there was this wrestler who wrestled for... It started at like $15 an hour, right? And this man was named Frei Tormenta. And he wrestled for 23 years from 1977 to 2000. And this man was a priest.
No.
He was a priest, and he had a goal of opening up an orphanage but he didn't have the money for it. So he went into the wrestling circuit and built up his fame to raise enough money to build this orphanage. So he was wrestling for 23 years.
Word.
To do this. Mm-hmm.
Word.
Yep, started at $15 an hour.
What?
Do you have any thoughts on this?
Here, you take the mic.
Oh, I can't hear anything besides you guys.
Yeah, that's all that's talking right now.
Yeah, that's all.
No, I think that's pretty cool though. So how much does movies really show you of the truth though? You know what I mean? Everything's just a movie, but in all reality, it's like they're actually showing it to you. They're showing you the truth and telling you stories that actually happen, but you just think it's a movie and it's not true, and it comes out to be true. It's kind of crazy.
So I don't know how much of the story they said loosely, but what happened is Fray Tormenta, he actually grew up in a pretty rough area, and by the time he was 11, he was already addicted to drugs.
It makes me reconsider everything I see on Lifetime.
Oh my gosh, you're a jerk. Anyway, so by the age of so his actual name is Sergio Gutierrez Benitez.
What if Sleeping with the Emily was based on a true story?
Well, there's lots of those true stories all the time.
Okay, continue.
All right. And by the age of 11, he was already addicted to drugs, like getting in trouble for crime, robbery, different things. He said he'd done everything. He said where he grew up in Mexico, like drugs were very present. And at the age of 20, what happened is he was facing murder charges. And the only reason he did not get in trouble was because he had an alibi, because he was apparently drunkenly passed out in a bar somewhere else.
Damn.
At the time of the murder.
Murder.
And this is so the person who got murdered was a friend of his and a gang he had been part of. But after that, he went to the church for confession and ended up joining seminary. He studied in Spain and Italy.
Damn.
And after,
Kudos.
yeah, and then he joined a diocese in Mexico, and he wanted to build a shelter for homeless children and orphans. And he knew what it was like. He knew it was like being young, drugs, gang life, street fighting. He said, so this is what he said. And by the way, I got this article. It was written by Andy Corbley. We know Andy Corbley from the Good News Network. Anyway, one of these days, Andy Corbley's going to just be like, I hear you talk about me a lot.
Yo, Andy Corbley, if you're ever in there, just comment your phone number, and I will send you a link so you can comment.
So he said, well, I was in the street life for my whole life. I've been stabbed, beat up, shot. I have a high pain for tolerance. And then he decided to start wrestling for $15 an hour under the name of Fray Tormenta.
That is amazing.
Isn't it? I thought it was such a cool story.
It is a really cool story. And there is a movie made about that. So we don't even have to be like geniuses of thinking of these movies. There's already one made.
Do you want to know how his personality got revealed? His real identity got revealed?
How?
Well, one of his wrestling colleagues asked him to officiate his wedding.
Oh.
I know, like it couldn't get any cuter.
Yeah. Sorry, the sappy little side of me, the chunky spice is coming out.
Yep. And so he wrestled, but I want you to know he did open his orphanage at the turn of the millennium. So it's called La Casa Hogar de los Cachorros de Fray Tormenta.
Whoa,
Which
that is a lot of words.
Fray Tormenta's Puppies Children's Home. I don't know why it's that, but they have had 2,000...
Why is there puppies?
I don't know, dude. It's not puppies in it. It's the name of it.
Okay.
There's no puppies there. Or there might be. I don't know, but it's not that. Anyway, they've seen over 2,000 children pass through its walls, and they say many of whom have gone on to become doctors, civil servants, engineers, lawyers, and even wrestlers. He knows better. He's not going to ask me about why there's puppies there. He's not going to do it. Trippie values his life.
Damn it. I tried to get him to do it.
Okay, so what was that A. Renee was saying about women dying sooner because they're with men?
This is why. They'll ask about puppies.
The rest is a likely story.
Wow, Brian. Kind of dark sense of humor.
But yeah, when you guys just said, this sounds like it would make a good movie for the Kid Fight Club, I was just like, oh my gosh, I have a question about movies. I got
a question. If the Kid Fight Club movie made you think about Nacho Libre...
It didn't. It made me think about the fact that I had a question about a movie. I thought that was pretty neat. Did you know that Nacho Libre with Jack Black is based off of this Mexican priest wrestler who was trying to raise money to build an orphanage?
I think it's absolutely amazing.
It is.
It's phenomenal. I wonder if Napoleon Dynamite's based on a true story.
And he likes his hot dogs with mayonnaise.
Ew!
And he likes to feed Tina ham.
Oh, yeah.
Went to school with a couple kids like that.
A couple?
More than a couple.
More than a couple.
I was one of them.
Yeah.
Special ed. Get it off my mouth.
There's a whole song about that.
That's what she said.
There's a what?
A whole song about special ed.
There is.
Anyway.
Special ed's awesome.
He's like, Jared's like, I've heard it. Please don't start singing it.
JR, can you sing it? JR, sing it.
No, I will not sing.
Sing it. Sing it, JR. Sing with that beautiful voice of yours.
No, Vinny, you're the one. Sing it.
No,
I think
you sing it.
I think it should be clarified. I think it should be clarified for anyone who hears this and decides that we should be canceled or they want to like report it. Trippie actually was in special ed, so like just saying.
Check the GPA.
We have a yearbook actually in storage. It proves it.
All test scores below average, but here I am today.
On a podcast.
I made it, Ma.
Your mom would be dying laughing at this.
So when you can't get a job and you're having a hard time out there, Trippie E is on a podcast and has a job.
Oh,
What do you have to say about that?
You don't want to know about my job.
He gets his loans paid for.
Ray Tormento, a.k.a. Trippie E.
A success story from the unknown place. JR, what were you about to say?
I was going to say, I heard that song like 28 times, the special ed song.
But Trippie can sing it. We can't sing it. He can sing it, though. South Park rules.
I peed in my pants listening to that song. It was bad.
Why'd you pee in your pants? Were you trying to act like?
You ain't cool unless you pee your pants. Anyone? Anyone?
Cracking up.
You were cracking up. What were you cracking up?
Cracker.
You racist.
I didn't my smoke crack last night.
No, you did not. Lies.
What did you say?
So, alright, so I live in Missouri now, right? And I finally realized...
Missouri,
and I finally realized I lived in the hood, right? I didn't believe it. Everybody told me, oh, it's the ghetto. I'm like, no, it's not. No, this is beautiful.
Yeah, we thought it was beautiful when we visited you.
The one night I walked outside, I hand to God or whatever, some guy was out front on the sidewalk, pants down, doo-dooing.
So he was just shitting in front of your house?
Yeah.
I mean, when you gotta go, you gotta go, right?
I was like,
right,
so do I put a sign up like they do for the dogs? Like, do not shit in my yard, person, please?
I know. No, he said Billy Madison to you ain't cool unless you pee your pants. You are turning very red, Pseudo. Like,
And then I had some old guy walking out from my backyard. Yep.
was he living in the shed?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. There is a heater in there for the cats.
Listen, I mean, at least he's not shitting in your shed.
That I know of.
It could be a shit shed.
We don't know. There's a kitty litter box.
We got a shit shed.
We call it a poop shed. We have 2 bathrooms. The one we call a poop shed. The other call it pea garden.
But besides that, Missouri is a beautiful place.
Missouri is so beautiful. I love it there. It's amazing. I have this great job and I have this home and it's so nice. I walked outside to smell the fresh night air the other night. Man was just shitting in front of my house. It's great.
Welcome to Columbia, Missouri.
Actually, I liked it when we visited you.
The snow got rid of it. It's all right.
That's what you're supposed to put in the urinal. Urinal.
No, there's actually a guy in the city. You guys know where you guys went to go visit, downtown?
Yeah.
There's actually a guy that walks around that actually cleans up human feces before everybody gets there.
How much does he get paid?
I don't know.
I don't know, probably more than me.
I seen it when I was working the other day.
No,
It was disgusting.
they pay really well for that.
Listen, you want to pay me $80,000 a year? I'll go clean up shit off the sidewalk.
They actually, to add to what Trippie was saying,
But it's like
They
human
have-
doo-doo.
they have a
Homeless
job where
human doo-doo.
you can hire people to clean poop, your dog poop, from your dog.
You can. That's ridiculous, but you can. Listen. I just, the amount of things that I see, like, oh man, if I just go clean up shit off the sidewalk every day, every morning for a few hours, and I can make like $50 an hour, I'm like,
I mean, the guy was definitely special.
$40 an hour, I'm like,
I would. I'll pick up human poop for $40 an
I'd
hour.
pick up human poop for $40 an hour. I will.
would.
I will. You know what? And you were in special ed. I wasn't, but we're the same.
Not much-
we both
much
pick
I
up
won't do
human
for
shit
40.
for $40 an hour.
It's crazy.
Rusty said it's technically an outbox or outhouse. Westy, would you clean up human shit off the sidewalk for $40 to $50 an hour with us? I want to know.
You know how much money people get paid to clean out those septic tanks? It's ridiculous.
Listen, I'll have an outdoor shower with all the small good things, and I will shower every night in that shower. But how much you paying me? Like, I have a strong stomach. It takes a lot.
I don't.
You don't. You're a pussy.
I know. I am.
Pussy power to the pussy over here.
Get ready for Netflix's gripping new medical drama, Pulse. Set in a cutting-edge Miami trauma center, third-year resident Dr. Danny Sims is unexpectedly thrust into a promotion when beloved chief resident Dr. Xander Phillips gets suspended. Then, with the emotional and physical stakes at their highest, a storm will push the hospital and its residents to their limits. Witness how life can change in a heartbeat when you're operating under pressure. Watch Pulse April 3rd, only on Netflix.
I'm not ashamed.
Really? You don't have a strong...
No, he doesn't. I've watched him almost throw up over the stupidest things. Anyway.
I make my girl clean up the dog vomit.
Did I tell you that? And JR knows this, but you were watching last week that I woke up to Aries vomiting on Vinny, and cleaned it up. This man did not wake up. Did not wake up to this dog straight vomiting on him. I mean, it was on the comforter, but straight getting vomited on. I got up, cleaned it up, pulled the comforter off. At this point, he rouses, but still stays sleeping for the most part. Put it in the wash, start the wash, get spare comforters out of the linen closet, and place the comforter on him and lay down. And then he's like, I love you.
I would have threw her up.
And I'm just like, bro, you've been like sleeping through this entire thing. Westy said, is that why you're trying to get me to come out there, though? What I would be doing is what you're asking me to for. No, Westy. Absolutely not. I do not have a job lined up where you could get $40 to $50 an hour to clean human feces off the sidewalk. But if I did, I would make sure to shit on the sidewalk. Job security, bitches.
Just for you.
If that was my job, I'd be like, please keep shitting on the sidewalk, people.
Just keep shitting. Just keep shitting.
Anyway, are we ready for our next question?
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to do question 8 today.
Yeah, let's just get this one as the last one.
Oh, last one? Oh, I have 2 really good ones. Okay.
So pick one.
2 really good ones. Okay, fine. A man in an English village managed to get a huge pothole filled after 8 months of neglect. It's so funny because Pseudo's been talking about potholes all day, and I knew I had this question already, and I had to keep my mouth shut. All right, so a man in an English village managed to get a huge pothole filled after 8 months of neglect. How do you think he accomplished this?
Taking a poop in the pothole.
Nope.
Trippie, what do you think he did? Trippie.
I'm trying to think.
Well, I think he might have filled the... I don't know, maybe videotaped people crashing into it?
Well, we saw one of those, he said too bad.
Spike strips in it?
We saw one of those videos the other day here in Indianapolis of somebody just videotaping cars getting demolished by this huge pothole. Nope. Well, JR, what are your thoughts? Do you have a guess?
He got the equipment in order to fill the pothole and did it himself.
That's actually really nice. He did not. This is also an article from the Good News Network by Andy Corbley, though.
He called up Domino's, and they filled the pothole.
I like it, but no.
Okay.
Come on, Trippie, give me a guess.
I did. I said spike strips.
I like it. No.
No.
Nope.
Did he do a striptease on top of it?
Nope. What he did is he erected fake legs in the road and put them in the pothole. And guess what? Guess what happened? The hole got filled 4 days later.
Yo!
I don't know if you can get this image on there on the camera.
Give me the mouse and keyboard.
I'm gonna pull it up. Here, let me see the website that you're on.
Yeah, so he got really sick of avoiding this pothole. He said for 8 months he'd have to swerve to avoid it, and he called it an axle breaker. Right? Now, to put it in perspective, they actually give us the size on this pothole. Hold on, let me find it.
Really?
That has to be a deep pothole.
Yeah. He said it spanned a yawning 3 feet in length and about the same in width, and plunged 3 inches down. 3 by 3 by 3 pothole. Wow. Well, 3 feet, 3 feet long, 3 feet wide, 3 inches deep.
Jesus.
That is funny.
Yeah. So what he did is, he was like, instead of like leaving a message, this and that, he talked to his wife and kids, and his kids helped him. So they built a pair of wooden legs and feet. They found a pair of jeans that they were going to donate and put them on, and then an old pair of his kids' shoes. And then they went and put these fake legs into the pothole. He said, you have to laugh and joke. That's what he said. He was like, you gotta... He said, we just thought it would be the most amusing way to sort of highlight the pothole. So this man's name is James Coxell, and he got his wife and children to help him with this.
James Cox.
Yeah. He said his kids pretty much became prankster celebrities in school, though. And it got a lot of attention. And what happened, so ultimately it just got filled. They said, like, the town council didn't even say anything. It just got filled 4 days later. He said, but they didn't actually get rid of the art. His wife was driving by, and she saw that they had just thrown the legs on the side of the road, so she ran out and picked them up.
That's cool.
And they said that he and his kids and wife enjoyed the whole thing, and they said that there's a lot of potholes in the area where they feel they should be highlighted, so they're trying to think of what to do next. And he said the suggestion that he made was to make the Titanic sinking in one. This is next.
That's awesome.
Look at that.
So they're in London, right? You said the UK?
Yeah, and they said in English.
Yeah, they
village.
should put the Loch Ness Monster in one.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah,
they said that he and his kids have a lot of ideas. So this is funny. He's doing this with his
Put him
children.
climbing out like Swamp
I
Man's
think there's
hands.
something funny. I think there's something fun about this. Like, this is a family activity. Your kids are going to remember that forever, and it was nothing like too bad. It was just finding a comedic way to solve a problem. Like, it's super cute. Super cute.
Yeah, it is. It is actually really cool. It's awesome.
And Pseudo's really been talking about potholes all day. Literally, we were driving past, and he goes, I can't talk to you. I have to concentrate on the potholes. And all I thought was, I wish I could tell him about this news story I read, but he has to wait for the podcast tonight.
You know what? You know what? That picture right there, you can make it into an art, like that painting we did in one of our episodes. And how much would you pay for it? Remember when we did that episode with the painting and the
Oh, yeah, the banana. They made a Super Bowl commercial about that.
They did.
Yeah, they stole our joke.
I think everybody was stealing that joke.
No, I'm out for people.
They stole
Someone at NBC is watching us and they're stealing our jokes.
People have been joking about the banana for a while now. But it was a Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
$3 million. What was it? 3 million? 8 million?
3 million viewers don't know about JR and the Beat Guy yet.
How much money, no, more than that, I think, is the banana art worth?
The banana.
6.2 million.
6.2 million.
Crazy. Can't believe we're talking about that again. Wild. I mean, the fact that exists lives rent free in my head. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, what do you think? Are you sure we don't have time for one last question? I'm actually deleting question 8 because it was boring.
Let's do one more. Throw one more in there. Come
Last
on, guys.
Last question. Okay.
Outcast.
The Golden Auction House recently sold an item for $87,840. What do you think the item was?
A gold cylindrical shape.
No, it was not a dildo.
A gold toilet
A
seat.
Spanish ship coin.
Spanish ship coin or shit coin?
Ship.
No.
Ship.
No,
A
not the
prehistoric
toilet.
fleshlight.
No, why do you have to eat? No.
What does that look like? All right, let's get sidetracked.
Listen, there's images of prehistoric dildos. A prehistoric fleshlight looked like a woman because they just did what they wanted with us. Anyway.
It was a woman. She was living.
Do you guys want to keep guessing? Any guesses in the comments?
Orange juice.
The Golden Auction House sold an item for $87,840. What do you think it was?
Panties.
A cup? Panties?
A gold leaf.
A gold leaf? Wow. No. You're really stuck on the gold here.
What you highlighted the word golden.
It's the name of the auction house.
Yeah, but you said it like golden, like you implied there was something golden about it.
Just naming it's not spelt like golden. It's GOLDIN, not GOLDEN.
Oh well, then it was a monument of Jesus Christ.
No, but I bet that would probably auction depending on what it was. All right, are we ready for what it was? Can I get a drum roll?
We're completely out of rhythm over here.
Thank you. I like it. The item that was sold at the Golden Auction House for $87,840 was
Drum
a Pokemon-shaped Flamin' Hot Cheeto that they nicknamed it.
I didn't know about the second one.
They nicknamed it Cheetozard. It's a Pokemon shaped like a Flamin' Hot Cheeto.
It was definitely a Charizard.
Yeah, so the 3-inch long Cheeto
Oh, that's it. 3 inches. That's it.
is
She
shaped
was
like
happy
the
with that.
character Charizard from the Japanese anime franchise.
It was flaming hot too.
So what I'm hearing is we gotta eat the shapes of potato chips, like Pokemon, a Charizard, because it's the most money. Yeah.
What if it was shaped like Pikachu?
So they said that this Cheeto was preserved by a sports memorabilia company sometime between 2018 and 2022. And then it was sold for $72,000 plus a buyer's premium.
What if it looked like a Vixie?
They just need to hit a restart on this whole world. Just hit the restart button. Delete.
So the head of consignment,
Delete. Task manager. End task.
the head of consignment at Golden, Dave Amerman, said, "Part of what makes this item so fun and unique is that it bridges two fandoms, Pokemon and Cheetos."
That's what makes it unique?
Can you please pull up a picture
And
of
people
Cheetos
think I'm
art?
on the spectrum. Imagine paying $800,000 for a Cheeto that looked like Charizard.
I just want you to know, I'm going to look at every single Cheeto I eat before I eat it now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Charizard is one of the top 10 most popular Pokemon. So, people are commenting. So it was released that this happened. And people are like, this is kind of stupid, but it's 2025. People do wild things. It really does look like Charizard, though.
It does. Not for that much, though.
No. But this is not the only fun-shaped Cheeto that has been sold for a lot of money.
I'm trying to get the image. I'm not there yet.
Okay.
It's just...
Do we have any other... So, there's another Cheeto in 2017 that was sold, that was auctioned on eBay. How much do you think it was sold for?
$900,000.
That's a lot. No, it's not that much.
46,000.
Okay, so there was another Cheeto sold on eBay in 2017. How much do you think it was sold for?
$400 billion.
No, it was $100,000. What do you think it was? It was a Cheeto. But
That's
what do you think?
crazy.
What do you think the Cheeto resembled?
Jesus.
Fun now.
Mother Teresa.
We're really feeling the religion up in here today. No, JR, what do you think?
It was shaped like a heart.
Oh, cute. I was waiting for you to say golden toilet or something. No, it resembled Harambe the gorilla. I'm not joking. In 2017 on eBay, somebody bought a Cheeto resembling Harambe the gorilla for $100,000. And I want you to know, my takeaway is that I'm just looking for Cheetos in fun shapes. That's my life plan. That's my retirement goal. We talked about that last week, or 2 weeks ago or something. What do you want to do when you retire? I am going to retire by finding Cheetos that look like odd objects and auctioning them off. 90 grand on Cheezozard. 100 grand on Harambe the Cheeto.
What is the world?
That gorilla looks like he could get it.
Listen, people are commenting like, how could you spend that much money on that thing? And I'm like, I guess if people have enough money that they could do what they want. I don't know.
It looks like a big girl backing it up.
It does. It does kind of
Smack
look like,
that
it
ass.
looks like a
Smack
gorilla.
that ass. Smack
What I'm
that
seeing
ass.
is it's a Cheeto that resembles a gorilla twerking, and they decided that Harambe is a gorilla that twerks.
It's definitely
Not a gorilla that was
twerking.
shot because a kid is dumb and parents
Think about
can't
that.
monitor.
Just put a straight Cheeto in the hands. It'd be like a Cheeto pole.
So Harambe the gorilla Cheeto actually sold for like what 12 to 13 between $12,000 and $13,000 more than the Cheetozard.
Oh, shoot.
I think we need to all start buying Cheetos.
Yeah. All you have to do is find a weird looking one. You won $1 million. Congratulations. You are now the most successful person.
I'm going to sit there and find a Cheeto and be like, this Cheeto looks like a boulder.
All right, guys.
Cheetos in Walmart.
All right, close out the show.
What time is it? What time is it?
It's time to close out.
10:30 now.
10:39. Okay, guys. Tomorrow is my birthday, so text me. Do whatever you're gonna do,
I'm going to ignore your existence.
and I'm gonna ignore your existence. But thank you for tuning in tonight, and shout out to Westy. He stuck out to the end of it. Word.
What up, Westy?
Peace. How many people actually make it to the end?
No.
I don't think there's many that do.
Trippie said me.
Yeah.
He's nodding.
Well,
He
the
does
next
say goodnight
guest.
when he leaves.
Yeah, Westy, when you come out here, you're gonna be a guest on here. So,
Oh my gosh. I want to see that.
yeah.
I want to see that episode.
Yep, you just earned it. All right, so cupcake to you. All right.
Any Trippie?
Any last words?
No. I don't even know it.
Oh!
No, it's Egan8989 on everything. On Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I try to keep it simple.
Even Gmail.
Yes,
just
even
gonna
Gmail.
He'll just send you a lot of reels where he's. He'll just send you a lot of reels where he's staring into the camera, licking his lips. I'm not joking though.
It happens.
Well, everyone, have a wonderful night. Peace, love. Have that cappuccino with whiskey on it.
Like and subscribe.
Exactly that. All right, guys. We're out.
Hopefully one day you can have a beard as majestic as mine.
Mic drop.
Oh, drop the mic.
I'm not in front of my mic.
I look Spanish.
You